Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5. Folks, today we've got the Indiana 250 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's go ahead and put our work plan together. We only have 138 grand in the bank. No upgrades happening today. So we're in it to save money right now towards our next upgrade or our next car. I don't know yet. We'll determine that when the time comes. But while we are waiting to determine that, we're going to run this race. So let me go ahead, set up the work plan, and I will see you right before qualifying. We're fast, but we're also wild. So we got 53.54 on our second practice lap. We went with the green car this time. It's different. Thought it'd be fun. Eventually we'll do red, we'll do black, we'll go back to white. It's fun. Anyway, let's qualify. All right, here we go. Qualifying lap now underway. See what we can do right off the bat. I don't know why the car didn't really turn in there. That was weird, but maybe we're going to be able to do really well in turn 2 because of it. Keep it off the wall. That's all that matters. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Came into that turn, and I slightly turned when I was in practice, and it went really well. That time I slightly turned, and not the case, so that was weird. But we got it figured out in turn 2. Turn 3 was nice. So here we go with turn number 4. Gonna come off just slightly, just almost being safe. I mean, yeah, could we have pushed it probably all the way around there? Yeah, but whatever. 54.3 is what we need. 53.8 is what we got. So we're a little bit off of what we did in practice, but still got us in the top 20. And all that really matters is that we come out here and take care of this car. Dale Jr., Galding, Barry, Tommy Joe Martins, and Justin Haley are your top 5. Jeremiah Graham coming off a great finish at Pocono. He's our first subscriber driver, and he is in 15th place for that one. Good job with that team. We qualified 19th. Casey Kane, 20th. Norton, 21st. John Perez having a rough season, qualifies 25th. Good job for the City Racing team. Bethel, 26th. Egan, 27th. Carpenter, 28th. Oliveira, 29th. Lane, 30th. Cost, 31st. Jones, 32nd. Smith, 33rd. Malone, 34th. Schildhaus, 35th. And Michael Chavez, 36th. We've got 50 laps of action coming at you right now. Prior to it, Jeremiah Graham, he is fast today. Great for him. Max Cost is mad at us. Okay, I guess that answers that. And Dale Jr. is the pole winner. Interesting about Cost. I just don't remember anything that really drew that out to happen. So, I don't know. But here we go. Inside 19th place. Let's bring up the standings or leaderboard. Get it underway as we are about to go piling into turn 1. Side by side by side by side. In the draft. So we come off the gas here because, yep, I knew that was about to happen. See if we can get a... Ooh, back end got real squirrely, but we still kept that speed up, and that's going to work as we're going to be right on side of Jeffrey Earnhardt going into 3. Tap the brakes a little bit, not to fade it up anymore. Earnhardt going to get underneath us now, but I think that'll be all right. Just try to get through lap number 1, That's where I'm at right now. Give a little nudge to Alfredo. It looked like he was about to fade inside. He didn't. I didn't expect that, so. Whoa. Didn't expect that, as he's going to... All right. I got to get around. Well, everyone's just kind of piled up. There's really nowhere for me to go, and I can be patient. It's fine. We're in the draft. We're not losing the group with us. We're driving away from the group behind us. Alfredo having a hard time keeping his line, but whatever. Whoa. Yeah, that was way slower than we normally take that turn, which is promising when things start to kind of work themselves out. Got a car getting loose up there. Is that Hill? Yeah. I gotta keep in mind what's going on here. We gotta drive their speeds when we're behind them. You can't just take turns at the speeds you would want to take them at because, you know, there's cars everywhere. Just try to figure it out for me for just a minute. I think, honestly, the best thing I can do right here is just sort of be as calm as possible and stick with this group and not overdrive the car on my first fuel run. I think this is a two-stop race. Might have to squeeze in a third, but I think it's a two-stop. I think you get 17 per. So I think 2 stops puts us at 51 laps. We're doing all right. I mean, we're sticking with this group with ease now. I'm not trying to push it like I was before, so that's a big help. I think we've got a good shot at getting a runoff here. Yeah, there we go. I felt good about that. Just eke in front of Jeffrey. Riding on the side of Ryan Ellis. Ooh, got on the brakes there to avoid that, and that's going to cost me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why'd we lose it that bad? I know the track doesn't really have a lot of banking, but we are... What? Oh, our back right tire is absolutely on fire. Huh. Alright. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to, that's for sure. See if I can get back with it. We're kind of in the middle of 3 right now, so that's not where we want to be. I don't want to gather anybody up or wreck anybody while I'm trying to get my stuff together. How's the tire doing? It's cooled way down now. That was weird. I mean, obviously sliding a bit was definitely the reason why our tires got real hot, but I guess I just wasn't expecting it to do that. Yeah, here it goes again. We are... And then it snaps to the right. And then we're gonna, well, that sucked. We pit because, you know, we were trashed there. I don't know, man. Something feels weird with the car. It felt fine, but let's get it together. Start from the back now. All of a sudden, we're snapping loose in the rear end. It's got to be me. Gonna work with Chavez? No, he pulled inside. I was gonna say I would have just pushed him up, but never mind. I really don't know what to make of it. I think I was pushing it too hard. Is really what was going on. And I think that doing that was what really just... Come on, man. He hit his brakes when Speedy Jones pulled out. Anyway, just not what I wanted to have happen there, but here we are. We're fine, I guess. Like, I don't really know what to say. It wasn't exciting. I was running every lap like it was a qualifying lap. I thought I could maintain that. Apparently, that was not the case. We're still keeping them not terribly hot.
Still there. Outside.
All right. Up into 27th comfortably. Drifted a little there. Tires are getting warmer, but they're gonna do that. I just have to learn to maintain them, I guess. I'm just gonna let it slow down more than I was. and continue to do that to keep the tires cooler than I was having them be, and hope that that's enough to put me in a top 20 position by the end of the race. That's honestly all I can do right now. I just got to pay attention to what I'm doing and not overextend myself. We're doing all right. We've gotten up to this next pack. I drifted that turn, though, at the end. You don't really see it. I notice that when I'm doing my editing, you don't see what I'm talking about. And you wouldn't really see it on the steering wheel either because, as I said, I think in the last race or 2 races ago, you don't see the slight movements you make. Like, if this was iRacing, you'd absolutely see what I'm doing. You'd see each little tiny move I make on the steering wheel. And this one, it's not as detailed, so you don't see when the back end kicks out and we're turning the steering wheel just a little bit to the right, what it does to us. Part of that is just I need to be able to let the car fade up. Back in the 24th, but remember we were on fresh stuff. Everyone else was on semi-used up stuff, so that's part of why we are catching all these cars right now. They're not able to drive it as fast as we are, but how long before we wear it all out, you know? I've got to stop hitting that apron because that's part of the problem. There's just a little lip there and it shoots me up the track. Getting to Bethel's draft right up on her. Hopefully by turns 3 and 4 we'll be able to do that. Again, I was doing between 165 and 170 through the turns, and now I'm bringing it down to the 150s to try to preserve my tires the whole time. You know, if it's at the end of the race and we have a 5-lap sprint or something and I've got all fresh stuff on, I've got an opportunity to do some good work there, but as far as this goes right now, we've just got to be mindful of our tires. Turns out that's a whole big thing. We've caught the back end of Bethel. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with it. I'd love to push her up into Gary Norton. Not into, but like up to Gary Norton. So we're going to try to do that down the straight. See if we can catch him together. There's some free advertising for Frozen Toes 24 on Twitch. I got actually a really nice run off there, so I'm just going to jump to the inside and keep it off the apron. Good job. That time I kept it off the apron and it worked out pretty well. Got a little wiggly on exit, but we did all right. All right. Yeah, we're doing a lot better this time than we did when we started. Now that I know that I really can't be pushing it like I was. Ah, that freaking touched the apron. See how bad it shoots me up the track when I do that? 13 left in the tank. Other people are going to start pitting at some point. How many are we into the race? 37, so 13 in. So in about 4 laps or so, people are going to, maybe even 3 laps, you're going to start to see people pitting. And that's going to do absolutely nothing because if a caution were to fly, we'd pit. So it's not like I'm going to gain anything from people pitting now. We'll be riding higher up, but then also people will be on fresh stuff and they'll do what we've done to them, which is catch up and drive away from me. And jump to the inside of Norton. Yeah, I come off the gas way earlier, but then I get on the gas earlier as well, and then we get to drive off. Maybe not that time. Apparently, I really just did a poor job that time. Let's see if we can run this one through without... See, I didn't even come up, but can I? How many times can I do that? I don't know. The tires get back down into the teens, and they do. I might be able to do that on... So, turn 1 and 3, come off the gas early, let it really drive down, be kind of easy getting off into the... or off the corner, but then... turns 2 and 4 really not have to come off the gas nearly as much, hang on to it, and hopefully do well. I'm keeping an eye on that back tire. It keeps getting pretty wiggly coming off. I know, I call it wiggly. I don't know, loose. It's loose off. The back end is loose. But this might be what I do is, yeah, 1 and 3, we go the way that I went, and 2 and 4, we really give it. Wow, that was, woo! The biggest concern is coming out of 4 like that, do we snap ourselves loose and put ourselves in a really bad spot? If we snap the car, it's going to snap directly up into the outside wall, and we're going to have our first DNF of the season. Nobody wants that in their life. I feel like we should start seeing cars pitting any time now. We're gaining on Norik. We got to catch Nemechek. Still plenty of race left to go. Ooh. Ooh. Got loose. Oh, you know what? I'm not taking into account the caution laps. So we probably got 2 more laps before people... Yeah, we're heating the tires up a little more than we were. Probably 2 more laps until people start to pit. Well, we got 35, 34. Yeah, pretty soon here we should get people pitting. I really have got to just be as cautious as I can with these tires now. All right. We're losing Norik. We're losing Nemechek, but I think we drove so hard to get up to this point, we got to rely on just lasting the rest of this run and then getting to pick more positions up on our next run. Or we're going to have a caution come out, and we're going to be able to pit with everybody, and hopefully it'll be good. Go in 22nd, come out in 22nd. That's good for us. We're stacked up with everybody, see if we can pick up a couple spots and then keep the car in check. We've got 1 more pit stop for sure. 30 to go in the race. Gonna go ahead and pull right in behind Norton. Oh, he hit his brake. You see that his whole car dipped because of the movement in front of him. So we ended up having a little contact with him. It wasn't a big deal, but I don't think it was. Well, it damaged the car. And on the inside of Norik going into... Let me actually use my brake a little there. That's how they're doing it. Yeah, we did the right thing that time. All right, we're in goal position. So that's good for us. The draft is how we're going to move our way up, but...
You're clear all around there. You got a car low now.
Yeah, Nemechek got to the inside. See if I can work this. Ooh, we did it.
Stay on the bottom.
We did it.
All right, you're clear.
We did it. Tires are nice. We did it. Woo! Haha! I got hairy from my... I don't know if you guys feel it the way I do, that's for sure. It gets real hairy.
All right, clear outside.
Here comes
Inside. All clear.
Tommy Joe. Try to... That's sad. Those tire marks on the apron are all just from me. No one else is hitting the apron. Just me. You know how I like to put as much of a buffer between me and the goal position as possible.
Getting better.
And we are driving it better than we were because I'm not pushing it as hard as I was. We're just trying to... Well, now the best thing I can do is just ride it out for the rest of this stage. Not push it real hard to get in front of Pool or Truex. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not going to be pushing it to do it. I am using the brake in 3 now to keep with them because they seem to really drive it deeper than I can unless I use my brake, so that's what I'm doing. And actually, I'm hoping because I'm not riding on the tires to slow me down, that's helping. I mean, we are unbelievably slightly touching the brake. It's not like I'm slamming down on the brakes. I'm barely tapping them just to kind of get the car correct. But as you see what happens when I do it, the turn off goes really well. As Brennan Poole's going to make the inside move going around turn number 2 to get around Ryan Truex and claim 14th place. And we're going to get into Truex's draft with hopes of getting up to his bumper going into 3. A nice drive off would really go a long way for us in the number 84. Oh, here comes Alfredo, so we're going to push it because our tires are doing good anyway. And little contact with the wall. Not fantastic, but it certainly put some separation between us and Alfredo. Got us back up into Truex's draft, and that is good. All right. With this one, we're going to get a nice run on the inside of Truex. Can we finish the pass going through turn number 2? I'm not quite sure. Because we can't fade up, so we can't just torch it through the turn. And he has got the speed off. See if we can slip right in behind him. Get right into his draft to help us pick up some speed going into 3. Don't touch the apron, Tony. That's what's getting you loose, and that did get me loose. I'm going to hang on to it this time and not hit that wall at all. That's going to give us a huge run. And if I can get enough speed, he will yep, there it goes. Speed equalized. And he's just, that's the quality of his team compared to mine. It's all right, though, because I think we can complete the pass. And we will, coming out of 1. Fantastic job for the team. We're figuring this car out as we are still having plenty of time left in this one.
Car there on the inside.
Yeah, he can try, but I'm not opening that door. See how our drive off is here. How are our tires looking? They're all right. How many? 12 laps left. Yeah, you know what? We should do a speed up. These are 40+ second laps. 50+ second laps, I should say. This could be a long video, so let's go ahead and speed things up until our final pit stop occurs. We'll be back on the mic with you at that point.
Hold your line, got 1 inside. All clear.
Caution waves. I'm going to stay out this time. And when we cross that line, we're going right back to a speed up. No need to...
All right, now, be smart out there.
No need to do anything else right now. So as I said right before that caution came out, we'll be back on the mic with you when we're pitting for the final time. I don't know what the caution was for, but this will be the last time we have to pit. We started dropping some spots. Our right rear was getting real light, but we only had 3 left in the tank anyway, so what was the big deal? I don't know. We're probably going to lose some spots here. We got 2 seconds of repairs, and we're going to go ahead and take care of those. Well, I didn't think 2 seconds worth of repairs is going to drop me 6 spots. Oliviera jumped up 14 spots, so that's interesting. We're behind a number of cars. Got to get 3 spots, and we've got Max Cost on our outside in front of us. He is not a fan, as noted in the pre-race stuff. See if we can just make a quick run to get around him.
All right, you're clear.
Huge drive off there. We'll pull in behind Oliviera, who's on old stuff, so that's not good. He needs to move.
Still there?
There we go. He's going to hold up Cost on the outside like that. He's going to hold up everybody. We're up in 20th place again. We're right where we need to be. And we should be all right with the, I don't know how many laps are left. 7 at the line? Well, yeah, we don't even have to. I said it earlier. We can have just a few laps left. When we pit, we'll be in a good spot to just drive this thing as hard as we can. And this is what's happening now. Just get on it and see where we can end up. We were as high as 13th in this race. We made a couple mistakes that had us drop back. It wasn't so much mistakes as we were really just losing the car. We were at the end of our run, so it wasn't terrible, but certainly would like to get a nice final spot, and I think with what we have here, we can do that. There we go. Jump on the inside, get around Tommy, Joe Martin, start working on Truex and Alfredo. We've got the ability. We've got a short run car. So, as you can tell, we're able to do a lot of good work. But it only lasts for so long before we've used up our stuff. And I did do a better job of balancing it that last time as we ran that whole entire run. But because we were probably 2 laps from pitting. And I guess the whole point was, had it gone green the whole time, at the very least, we would have been in a position where we would have finished in the top 20, which is what mattered. But now we're trying to aim for at least 13th, where we had gotten ourselves up to. And I am pushing it as hard as possible, without wrecking, of course. And it's working, because we are gaining up on Earnhardt and Earnhardt Jr. Catch up to Jeffrey Earnhardt's draft going into 1. Got just 5 laps left. Hopefully we don't torch it before then. Run out of tire, run out of talent. Hit the wall. That's not good. The only good thing about that is it happened in turn 1, so we were able to not have to get on the brakes going to 2, and we didn't really lose much from Earnhardt, or just Earnhardt. See if we can. There it is. There it is. See? We've got something. Short run stuff. Problem is can we catch up to Junior? Not sure.
Still there? You're all clear up top.
Hang on to it. There we go. What are we looking at? Tires aren't terrible as far as the heat goes. I'm looking to feel it in the right rear as we're going around the turns. Drive away from Jeffrey a little bit. Drive towards Junior a little bit. That'd be fantastic. There we go. That should be nice. I don't know if we have enough laps to catch them, but if we do, maybe a top 10. I don't know. These cars are all bunched up on each other. 3 to go. And as usual, it's a fairly exciting one at the end. Gain a 10th coming out of 2, maybe. Maybe a couple 10ths, I don't know. I got a little squirrely there on exit. Tire heat isn't really there. Gained a 10th, but I don't think that's enough. What we need is to gain enough to get into the draft, and then we actually have a shot at it. Gonna try to hold it through here as much as possible. Oh, we're so close to that draft. Maybe on the last lap. Maybe on the last lap. We've got Junior within 5/10, but he's running a weird line. Oh, we got into the draft. Got into the draft, and we are there, folks. The party is on. We're going to push it and hopefully not wreck ourselves out. Is that Jeremiah Graham up in the top 10? It is. Wow. I think he's in 9th or 8th place. That's crazy. Good for him. Having 2 great performances in a row for that team after all the challenges that they've had earlier on this season. It's a nice turnaround. All right, here we go. Last lap. What can we do? What I need to do is get on the other side of Junior. Oh, come on. Oh, no, no, no. Whoa, no, no, no. Ooh. Holy crap. I don't know if they called the caution on me or what, but race is over and we finished where we finished. 13th. Wow. I thought we were going to head it right into the wall. Exactly what I said couldn't happen. Looked like it was about to happen there. Top 5. Allgaier, Jones, Ellis, Hill, and Barry. Jeremiah Graham finishes 8th. He's your first subscriber driver finishing. We finished 13th. Norton finished 19th. Bethel 21st. Jones 23rd. Egan 24th. Schildhouse 25th. Cost 26th. Lane 28th. Kane 29th. Carpenter 30th. Malone 31st. Chavez 32nd. Perez 33rd. Smith 34th. Oliveira 35th. And Sam Mayer did not finish the race. Brandon Jones had your fastest lap of the race. Justin Allgaier led the most laps in the race. Ryan Ellis started 16th, finished 3rd. That's your on-the-move driver. Tough break goes to Sam Mayer. Started 9th, finished last. In the next episode, we'll be taking our skills. Maybe skills. I don't know if they're are they skills. Yeah, whatever. We'll be taking our car and our team over to Kentucky Speedway. 100 laps in the Alsco 300. That was an interesting race, folks, but we got through it. I think I could have gone with a less aggressive setup on that car and been okay, but I messed it up. So we made it through it, and we almost DNF'd, and it ended up working out for us in the end, I guess. I don't know. We had an opportunity for a top 10 or a DNF. I think that is exactly what they call it when they say checkers or wreckers. We dang near were about to call that wrecker to come get us because we certainly had an aggressive finish to that race. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I would like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.